Have you ever heard of a flower so rare it's become a legend? Today, we're going to dive into a story that's fascinated people for thousands of years, the Udumbara flower. It's talked about in ancient texts as a symbol for something so precious, so uncommon, it's almost beyond imagination.
But let's get right to it. A flower that shows up for just a moment every 3,000 years? I mean, could that possibly be real? Or is it something else, something bigger? Well, that's the mystery we're going to unravel together today. Okay, so to really get to the bottom of this legend, we have to go right back to the beginning, back to the ancient Buddhist scriptures, where this whole idea of a mystical flower first took root in our collective imagination.
Now, this is probably the most famous mention you'll find, from the Lotus Sutra. And right away you see, it's not really about a plant, is it? The flower is this incredibly powerful metaphor. It's being used to describe something of huge significance, the appearance of an enlightened being, a Buddha.
And this wasn't just a one-off thing, you know? The Mahaparinirvana Sutra uses the exact same symbol to talk about something else that's incredibly rare, true virtue, and someone who genuinely repents. It just goes to show you the Udumbara was this go-to symbol for anything that was almost unattainable.
So just how important was this symbol? Well, get this. When you search through the Buddhist archives, the word Udumbara, in all its different forms, pops up over 240 times. I mean, it is woven through everything, countless scriptures, commentaries, historical texts. So this wasn't some casual metaphor. It was absolutely fundamental to explaining the whole concept of profound rarity.
All right, so all of these mentions, they're all pointing to this one deeply powerful symbolic meaning. The Udumbara flower basically became the ultimate shorthand for something precious because it was so rarely seen. So what are the main ideas it really stands for?
Now, what's so interesting here is the consistency. It's just amazing. From the really early scriptures to later commentaries like the Fahua Winju, which is where we get that specific blooms once in 3,000 years line, the message is always the same. Whether it's about meeting a Buddha, truly understanding the Dharma, or the arrival of a great ruler, the Udumbara always means a sacred, once-in-a-lifetime kind of event.
So here's the crucial point. The legend is less about botany and way more about opportunity. It's a symbol for the incredible good luck of having a spiritual awakening or stumbling upon a teaching that changes your entire life. It's a reminder that those moments are so precious and unbelievably rare. Okay, this all leads us to the big question, right? We get the symbol, but is there a real, actual plant behind this all epic legend? Well, it's time to finally uncover the Udumbara's true identity.
You know, for centuries, a lot of people just assumed it had to be a myth. I mean, come on, a flower on a 3,000-year cycle? That sounds like something straight out of a fantasy story, not a biology textbook. But, as it turns out, the truth is often way more fascinating than fiction.
And here it is. The legendary Udumbara is a real plant. Its scientific name is Ficus racemosa. It's a type of fig tree that grows in India and Southeast Asia. So, if it's a real tree, where in the world did that 3,000-year legend come from?
And this part is just brilliant. It shows you exactly how nature inspires myth. The Ficus racemosa, like all fig trees, has this really cool secret. Its flowers bloom on the inside of the fruit. They are completely hidden from the outside world. So to people thousands of years ago, this tree just looked like it never flowered at all. You can imagine, on the extremely rare chance that someone broke open a fig at the exact right moment and saw a flower inside, it would have seemed like a straight-up miracle. It was the perfect setup for the legend of a flower that is almost never seen.
So what does this ancient story, born from a cool biological quirk, have to do with us today? How do we go about finding our own Udumbara in our own lives?
Ultimately, the Udumbara is this powerful reminder. It's a lesson to stay aware, to recognize those precious, fleeting moments that pop up in our own lives. It might be a person who completely changes your perspective, or a sudden flash of insight, or an opportunity that you just know is not going to come around again. Those are our modern Udumbara flowers.
And that really leaves us with one last question to think about. What is the Udumbara in your life right now? What rare and precious opportunity might be blossoming, maybe even hidden in plain sight, that you absolutely cannot afford to miss? Thanks for joining me for this one.